Hey guys, Drifter here. As you can see from the title and thumbnail, I have some bad news. It looks like I'm going to have to skip the Black Ops 6 launch day and maybe its entire launch week, and that's absolutely not what I wanted to do, but it is what I have to do because I have to undergo a surgery the day before Black Ops 6 launches, and it's very unlikely that I will be able to play for several days up to a week afterwards. This feels really bad to me because I don't think I've missed a COD launch since maybe 2010 or earlier. Even during the really bad times, I don't think I streamed it, but I still got on and played Vanguard, and I played Modern Warfare 2 and some of the other ones that I was struggling with. This one I'm probably just going to have to completely skip. However, I have to prioritize my own health over gaming and over any kind of content. So let me offer you some details as to what's going on here, and be prepared. It's going to be a little bit of a negative video. Obviously, I'm not looking forward to getting a surgery, and I'm also not looking forward to missing COD launch, so I'm taking a couple L's on this one. The good news is that this is supposed to be a minor surgery with a relatively quick recovery time. I'm just getting a lipoma removed from my lower back. In case you're unfamiliar, a lipoma is a large fatty deposit that often hardens or grows over time and usually causes pain for whoever it's in. If you get one of them in your lower back, it's pretty common that they'll squeeze your supporting muscles, cause inflammations, and sometimes pinch nerve clusters too. They're very rarely cancerous or life-threatening or particularly dangerous, but they are frequently very painful. Mine is about the size of probably, this is an estimate, probably about these two fingers and roughly that shape. I'm going to get a little closer to the camera, probably about two of my digits, and if my hand was the back, it just kind of goes straight in like that, all the way down towards the bone. So not very fun. Mine also is sitting right over the iliac crest, so it does squeeze my supporting muscles, it does make my fascia mad, and it adds extra pressure to the entire region that is almost constantly in a state of minor swelling. And I'm getting this removed because while my back pain has declined significantly over the last 3 months, because the parasites were treated seemingly successfully and my body is responding really well to physical therapy, that particular region is not getting much better. That little area hasn't changed very much, and it's one of the most painful areas on my back. Both my doctors and I both believe that the lipoma is kind of holding me back or slowing down my recovery greatly. And I wanted to get it removed so that I can continue on my recovery, but the scheduling just works out to where I can get it removed on October 24th, or I can do it sometime in mid to late November. I chose to get it removed on the 24th, even though I know Black Ops 6 launches on the 25th, because this thing has quite literally been a pain in my butt. If you want to it's the back upper butt. It's been a pain in the butt for about 3 years now. And after dealing with it for 3 years, I know that I could probably stomach a few more weeks and focus on a whole bunch of COD content. But on the other hand, I'm kind of done with being in pain, and I'm interested in getting this thing out of me. So I decided to go ahead and get this done earlier. Just get it out of the way and hopefully get more on track for a full recovery. And selfishly, I just didn't want another 3 weeks of pain. I have the skill set to deal with that, but I also just don't want to if I don't have to. So let me offer you some details about what's going on and why I can't play COD when I get this little thing removed. Some of these little lipomas are small enough to be removed with local anesthetic only, maybe in office. Unfortunately, the size and location of mine require sedation and for it to be performed at a proper surgery center. Apparently, I thought it was a lot smaller than it actually was, as you might have seen from my last health update video. My doctor informed me that I'm only able to feel about the top third of it with my fingers kind of poking through the skin, and that according to the CT scan, the other 2/3 of it go way down into the deeper tissues in my back. So while this is a bigger operation than I originally anticipated, it still counts as a minor operation with relatively minor risks. That's not to say no risk. Anytime you get opened up or go under sedation for surgery, there's going to be some kind of risk. But basically what they're going to do is open up a hole in my back, pull out this nasty swollen mass, and then stitch the hole closed. I've been told that recovery time from this is highly variable. Some people are feeling a lot better in just a few days. Some people need 2 to 3 weeks, and that variation is due to the age of patient, their overall health, size of the thing removed, location, what medications they're on, how well the surgery went, did it get infected, blah, blah, blah. Given that I'm just coming off of recovering from some very nasty things, my personal estimate is about a week of recovery time. And the big thing is just to make sure that it doesn't get infected and that I don't rip the stitches open. I also won't be able to do my back stretches during this time that help with my sciatica and overall pain, because if I did that, it would probably rip the stitches open. And one cherry on top, this is a minor gripe. This is like the most like Karen level complaint. I have exactly one viable vein for the injection. Over the last 3 years, due to the weird problems, I've been a human pincushion. I've probably given blood for testing on average about once a month, every month for the last 3 years. For Lefty, a nurse exploded the vein down here because she didn't know what she was doing. Whole arm turned purple, big ugly mess. So Righty has been taking the brunt of this for about 2 years. I just had to give blood twice last month for various tests. And I had to get IV for the CT scan because that's contrast. And now in the exact same arm, I'm going to be getting sedated again. So while the doctors and surgeons say that's fine, you know, I'm not like, it'll be okay. It just hurts. In my experience, it just hurts. And this is my mouse hand, right? This is the hand that I used to game with. I lay there and you've seen me play in the bed most of the time. It's going to be sore. It's going to not want to do a whole lot of this kind of movement and control. So that's just one little cherry on top. So it's not ideal. I don't like this, but this is sort of the hand I've been dealt. And we do have a small personal update here at the end of the video. I'm going to continue to expand on this. My God, I feel like the biggest drama llama. I get on YouTube and complain about my problems all the time. But I'm going to take off my little costume that holds my messy hair back and kind of be the real authentic me, the real guy who is badly stressed out by all of this and is getting crazy, like almost like meth head or like Rick from Rick and Morty hair. This year, I'm choosing to focus on my own health instead of gaming or content. And this isn't always the choice that I've made in the past, and it's not even my preferred choice, but I do believe that it's the best choice. I'm feeling very stressed and overwhelmed in general because this fall I have to continue to manage and monitor for symptoms for the tick-borne illnesses because I'm just out of recovery. I got to make sure they don't come back. I have to continue to, and we're not doing physical therapy, I have to continue to exercise harder at the gym, lift weights, hit the treadmill, swim, work out like a lot more than I have done in the last 3 years. My body's responding really well to it. Takes a lot of work though. Beyond that, I also have to continue to push my personal limits for sitting and driving and attending events so that I can hopefully live a more normal life and not be the guy that's stuck in the bed, while maintaining a science-based TikTok channel, in case you guys haven't checked that out, and also have to take that science-based short-form content and successfully translate that from TikTok to YouTube on both my main channel and my second channel, while successfully transitioning the content of my main channel to support new forms of content beyond gaming, which is extremely hard to do even if you're healthy because you're basically fighting the algorithm, and maintain the successful gaming content while making some videos for my sponsors to keep them happy because that's what pays the bills, and still have enough strength to help around the house and take care of my elderly Shiba Inu Boomy, who is happy and healthy, but he's very old and he takes a bit of work now. And I'm not going to be able to manage all of those things while adding a Call of Duty launch the day after surgery on top of all of it. I'm not going to be able to manage all of that and then get a surgery and then jump straight into dedicating a couple of weeks to grinding COD like a madman. So regrettably, I'm going to be skipping the launch window for Black Ops 6. I don't know how long that's going to be. If I'm lucky, it could be 2 or 3 days. If I'm unlucky, it could be 3 weeks, maybe a little bit more. But I'm going to have to skip that launch window for Black Ops 6, and I absolutely, as soon as I'm feeling better, I will absolutely be making content for the game. We'll be streaming and doing multiplayer and stuff. But for now, I'm going to have to slow my roll a little bit. And I know that this video was very sort of pervasively negative, and Drifter complains about his health and his problems again, but it's a big deviation for me, really. Like, I've covered COD come quite literally hell or high water, no matter how sick or bad or frustrated or how whatever. I was playing COD with broken hands. I got like half paralyzed hands trying to play games. This year, I'm not doing that. This year, I'm just going to try to do my thing and get better, and hopefully I'll get better quickly and we can get back on it, and all I miss is a few days of content. But it feels responsible to let all of you know, because I've been promising a big comeback, promising a bunch of Black Ops content, promising more streams, and I'm not really delivering. So that's kind of what's going on. I would say not to worry about me. The risk of this is really minor. I'm just going to be hurting a lot. It's just going to be really painful. I'm going to be complaining a lot. There might be little gaps in content, but everything will resume normally in less than a month. So thank you all for watching, and thank you to all of you that have stuck with me through all of this health drama and wild changes and things going on here on the channel. Try to do everything above the table so you know what my situation is. And again, thank you for your long-term support. Some of you have been here for multiple decades, which is insane now. So thank you for that. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you a few days after Black Ops 6 launch. Drifter out.